this is your internet alchemist coming to you with another video. I was inspired to create this video. I feel that I need to get it out there and it's extremely important, and I hope that you guys subscribe because it would help me put food on the table. So today, I have a problem. So my problem is there is a syndrome called Cannabinoid Hyperemesis Syndrome. And the name sucks. It's an awful name. I'll give you an example. Let's say Bob's heart explodes. He dies. What do we call that? We call that a heart attack. Your head hurts. It's a headache. Okay? Cannabinoid hyper what? I don't know what the hell that is, but we need a new name. So I'm throwing some things out there and I'm jesting a little bit. So please, I know this is serious, but that's how I get through serious issues. I jest. What else can we call it? And I'm throwing some out there. Here's one that I like. Wake, bake, and barf. Vapo vomiting. Weed retching. Hash heaving. Pot puking. Reefer reeling. And if one thing I learned in middle school from DARE was there's a lot of different names for marijuana, so if you guys can come up with something else and you can help us get this syndrome out there, and I think if it's packaged well enough, people will learn more about it. And so, you know, there are going to be a lot of situations where people are heavy marijuana users and they're barfing all the time and they think they're dying.
Oh, how much did you guys have? I don't know, we made brownies and I think we're dead. I really do.
So it would be nice if we could kind of get this out there and get it so people, at least out in the community and everything, that they understand this and they know it's an issue. So I want to go over it a little bit, just discuss what it is, what helps, what doesn't help, and kind of the weirdness with it. So first of all, if you think about marijuana, what is marijuana is touted for medical purposes for people that have nausea. So they have a difficulty keeping food down. Often marijuana is prescribed for that in places where it's legal. So why is it that it would cause somebody to vomit all the time? That's paradoxical. It makes no sense. And I believe the reason is that marijuana's anti-emetic effect is in the brain. It affects receptors in your brain. Its effect on causing people to retch is in the gut. So it seems that marijuana is actually causing decreased gastric motility in some patients. Heavy use of marijuana causes downregulation of the cannabinoid system. So the cannabinoid system is just a description of receptors in the body that respond to cannabis. And any drug that has an effect on the body will downregulate receptors. It's just something that happens. It's like people, they use a drug and then they have to keep taking higher and higher doses to get the same effect. It's the same concept. This happens in drugs that don't have any kind of euphoric effect or street value, just normal drugs that affect the heart and things. If you can, sometimes you need to use more and more to have the same effect, and certain doses that would have stopped somebody's heart really don't do much to other people, just depending on how long they've been taking that drug. Somehow cannabis in some people can cause an inactivation of a receptor called TRPV1, and by inactivating this it causes slowed gastric emptying and lower gastric motility, which means you'd have more food in your stomach and it wouldn't exit, and that can cause you to feel nauseous and gross, and that's why people are vomiting all the time. And for some reason this receptor is activated by hot showers and baths and capsaicin. So rubbing capsaicin on the belly has helped some patients. Taking hot showers and baths seems to help 92% of people are compulsively taking showers and baths, and that's helping them relieve their symptoms. And a lot of people, if they're compulsive marijuana users or regular marijuana users and they have this, they might think that they're dying and they don't know, which is why it's important for us to come up with a better name for it. So WBV is caused by severe nausea and vomiting. It's a vomiting that occurs in a cyclic pattern over months, and it's characterized by at least weekly cannabis use in over 97% of patients, and with marijuana use for over a year and over 70% of patients. And really the only thing that helps that is hot baths and showers, and you guessed it, stopping the use of marijuana, which I know for some people is like a death sentence, but you know, it's better than vomiting all the time. And there's plenty of people like myself and my brother, we don't use marijuana at all, and we're happy. We're pretty happy. So I hope I summed it up for you, why we have this weird effect, that why would marijuana that's being used for treating vomiting actually be used, actually cause constant vomiting in some people. And I'd like to just give a shout out to the Maryland Poison Center, because I got a lot of this information, none of the creative stuff, but the scientific stuff from their newsletter called Toxic Tidbits, which is a really very interesting. I've always found everything that Poison Center does to be super interesting, and you know, we thank them for their service to Marylanders, and they definitely saved lives. And Lisa Booz wrote this one, Dr. Lisa Booz. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you could please subscribe, help me put food on the table. It's getting bleak out here, and if you could come up with something else we can call this. I like, you know, wake, bake, and barf, but it doesn't have that. It's not like headache or heart attack, so we need to come up with something that really kind of, it's snappy. So if you guys can do that for me, put it in the comment section. Through the tremendous power and influence of my YouTube channel, I'll get it out there, and we'll have a success on our hands. So I want to thank you guys for watching. My name's Jeff Pop, and this is my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot.